Guess who's back? All right, a little late, but it's cool. Um, this is going up anyway. All right, so welcome to the Power and Purpose Sesh this evening. It's still April 8th, but the vibe of the evening is embrace change, enjoy life, okay? And so the $1 million question is, what's changing for me? All right, thank you, Shay. Go ahead and get right into it. All right. Vibe of the evening. Thank you, Spirit. Not the vibe of the evening, the fortune of the evening. Do it again. Fortune of the evening. Thank you, Spirit. All right, well, I believe jealousy in society was spotted earlier. So right now, this is being amongst society, saying yes to what's going on in society, but this is also making sure that you don't tell everybody your business. That's what this is. Make sure you don't tell everybody your business. Very much so. This is about staying disciplined. And so you may be someone who's used to sharing good news, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you got to know that not all people believe and believe they can achieve like you do. So, you know, just to keep yourself from having any problems, you know what I mean? Just want to keep it moving forward. Less is more. All that matters here is you are not alone. In whatever case, there's a bond. There is someone. I don't see anything wrong with saying that you're taken or that, you know, you're in a relationship. But you also not giving away every detail. This is what she look like. This is her gram. You'll see her. Like, you're not doing that. You just know that you have a bond. And again, I feel like it's safe to say that, yes, but not to give any other details about your relationship. No. Just because you know how people are. Just somebody may be in the mood to tell everybody. They may want to tell the world, but it's just not a good look. So they're thinking about this. They're thinking about how much they do talk. This person talks a lot. This person talks a lot and they regret it. So they got it now. You know, less is more, and they're just gonna start fresh and, you know, let it be what it is. This person doesn't need any more challenges due to jealousy and running his fucking mouth. He don't need that. No more. No more. All right. And then really, there's no king or queen here, so that goes for everybody. You know, use the fucking chatterbacks. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. You know. It just oversharing. All right. That. Them days is over. All right. Here we go. Libra, Aries, Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini, and Taurus. You know, you don't want one of those people you tell to end up being, due to jealousy, you don't want them to end up being a person that's waiting for you to do what they know you're going to do just so they can sabotage you. You know what I'm saying? Or yeah, pretty much. Even if I said ruin plans or it doesn't matter. Fucking sabotage. All right, let's go into intuitive. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, so okay. So something's getting ready to take off very quickly in the near future. So this may be a left off, a pick up where we left off, because earlier it was very quiet. I knew there was gonna be movement, but I remember the masculine saying, you know, give me a day, maybe tomorrow, something like that. Where it's just a short amount of time you need it. But that right there is what's to come. So very soon, and that's quick energy, not fast. So you know, quick is faster. Quick is faster than that. Quick is even quicker than fast. All right, so that looks ready. All right. I don't feel like this is denial, but this is definitely out of deception. Not necessarily talking yourself out a good time, not necessarily waiting for the other shoe to drop, but this everlasting feeling of, is this real? Is this real? Is this real? So now that a person is out of that, now you can create, or he can create, wants to create. This wasn't the way I was supposed to pull, but I'll start like this. So if the emotional residue of those situations is what made a person say, okay, nah, this is not real, this is not happening, or maybe it started off as the other shoe drop. I'm just saying there are twists and turns, or just an evolution in how much a person, no, there's an evolution, there's levels to a person being completely sure about what they're doing, is what I'm saying. There's levels to it. And it starts off with denial. You think you're crazy, you're confused, all of that, until you get to the truth. So, yeah. Whatever that last bit was, got them out the rest of this. This is probably not happening. Hey, Marie. It got them out of this is probably not happening phase. Okay? So, yeah, they're looking at it now, looking at themselves. I just heard him say, why wouldn't I believe this? Or why wouldn't you believe this? But he's still talking to himself. You know, whether it's why wouldn't you, or why wouldn't I believe this? Or why wouldn't you believe this? You know, I just heard him say that. So, yeah, well, there goes the transparency. Okay. So, that explains it. Illusion and confusion and distraction is what made this person, in a sense, question or, you know, attempt to negate the fact that this was actually fucking happening. You know, so again, they're ready now. You know, they got rid of all that, right? It was very challenging, I can imagine. Again, but confusion is the way to the truth. Hey, Marie, did I say that? I don't know. All right, so I told you what I told you. Quick, not fast, but quick is faster than fast. Quick is still fast, but it's faster than quick. I mean, faster than fast. There it is, the Knight of Swords. I told you. So, after, there it is again. After what we was hearing earlier, which is the quiet before this energy we hearing right now, is what it is. A person taking the fuck off. All right, and so if this is from the feminine's perspective, then yes, of course, you would be going through the same thing when it comes to, is this real, is this not real? This Knight of Wands could be coming towards you, but you're definitely going towards it. However you get there, you're going, then you're ready. So, yeah, time to transform. I'm doing this all they got me doing this all kinds of ways, bro. All right. So, just I can't even say that's not what it is. Not continue to listen to your intuition. No, you've been using your intuition and it's been tough. Because whatever thoughts is telling you no, 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 and your intuition been told you yes, it is a little rough. Okay, but yeah, there you go. End up trusting the universe. So all this is saying is that this is happening. That you're ready. Okay? And because whatever this is within the past month at least. Yeah. As you've been feeling a little left out or forgotten about, but this is all over. It was just a heavy time for reflection and judgment as well. We were all under heavy judgment because this was the final steps. All right, what do we got? Aquarius, Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo, Pisces, Libra. Maybe Spirit wants me to do that. You know, I'm very uniform. When I set an intention, it's just... All right. Check the waves. Right. Oh boy, a disruption, and I'm sure it was fear-based, whatever it was, but love conquers. There it is. Rejection issues, fear-based. Afraid somebody's gonna tell you fuck out of here, and that's just not what's happening here. That's not happening right now. Okay, so you need to have faith and that sort of thing, and having to address this rejection, or after addressing this rejection, of course, it creates more space for you to love on your person. All right, so things sparking up again. You will be feeling a lot more comfortable in your positions together. The release of frustrations between you guys because of what's been going on. You guys can enjoy the abundance you created together. And I mean, get after it is all I can tell you. The pain is gone. The anger. What's this? The fear. I mean, shit. You had to look at that. But I mean, now you should be feeling like, all right, I want to fucking do this. So that's always where they try to get you anyway. So where you really, it's like that or nothing. All right. First break. Ooh. Any questions? Holla at Shay.
What you To find love gotta be a perfect time. And they say, trust the journey is coming. You had your moment and a moment. I hear it all the time. I'm just here looking for a sign from the skies. 11, true love, 11, twin flames, 11, soulmates, 11, trust the journey, true love. You had your moment and your moment, twin flames, 11, baby, are we soulmates? 11, true love, 11, twin flames, 11, soulmates, 11, 11, true love, 11, twin flames, 11, soulmates, 11.
Voy a sacar esta paletita.
Shut your ass up. Gotta be quicker than that. Alright, overall energy for this wisdom session here. Ooh. So it's all about decluttering. So today you could be still just coming up with old thoughts, old feelings, old ideas. No biggie. So maybe, okay, so it happened already. Somebody maybe recently for, it could vary for many, but somebody recently may have showed their true colors, and then that's what I don't know how it made a person feel, but I definitely know that it made a person realize they got to get rid of that energy. If anything else. Ooh. Ooh. Maybe it did hurt somebody's feelings. Actually. And if anything, because jealousy is still here, if anything, that person is saying, well, now I know I can't tell you nothing. Or they could say, now, well, yeah, either I can't tell you nothing, or I can't tell you nothing, and I can't say nothing to nobody else in the future because I don't need this type of reaction. Or maybe I shouldn't do this because of the situation that made me feel some type of way. Yeah. I just know this is not something you will walk into. It had to be a lesson learned. So at the end of the day, there is movement, but you may have felt like you've been trapped. And it's not really a trap. It's just right now you need to be covered. You need to be protected. You need to be sheltered. You need to be hidden in plain sight. You just need to be in a certain place while things are still shifting and moving. You know what I'm saying? Cycles begins, cycles in, and what's important is that you stay fluid with that. And if sometimes it calls for you to be completely still, then that's what you have to do, because that is one thing water knows how to do: shift, change, and go with the flow. And if it has to freeze up and lock up into a fucking rock, it'll do that too. And so you may feel like that, and that's okay. But movement is coming in now, okay? I knew this was something, but this was a part of being, it was a part of the declutter process, and it may have been a part of what would make a person feel trapped anyway. There's too much going on, there's too much unnecessary everything. So when it ain't your problem no more, it looks, you know, it looks better, feels better. Yeah. This was somebody feeling trapped, you know, like a neighborhood you want to get out of real bad, a relationship you want to get out of real bad, you know. So, exactly. This is moving on from it. A person had to grow, in this caged bird reference, might even just be mental, thinking outside the box. You know what I mean? So, which would be the majority of how most people think anyway. So, growing from that, and a lot of it is projections too that keep you in a box. What, you know, other people, we don't care what they have to say. So, okay, good. Growing from that, the ending of a cycle. So this ended the best outcome it could possibly have is what we have. And with just moving and being able to flow the way water does, you can now, because the challenges are over, which is why movement is here. More water under here with the Six of Swords. Like, okay, good. Wishing, yeah. That came out a few weeks ago during this session. Be careful what you wish for, because you're going to have to do the work. But now it's going to be time to play, so it's good. That work is over. Great. Right, with conclusion. Being left behind, yes. The end. The end. Let's stay right there. Wisdom and life. Let's see what's going on the light side. Well, what's still happening here is the release of old contracts, ties to past lives, you know, just the patterns of people and things. That's over. The spotlight seems to be on you, though. What do you really want? Have you answered the call to what you really, really want? Because now would be the time to start laying down foundations for that. And so whatever you feel like is not in alignment to reach that or answer that call, you should start doing that right now. Because again, it's cool to want something, but then you have to align yourself with what you want. And you ain't never gonna stop being that way. You know. All right. I mean, we are talking about light. Are some of you interested in being some type of mentor? I don't really like the word, but, for lack of a better word. Do some of you want to be a mentor of some kind? Some type of leader? Maybe you don't know yet. But you're getting ready to find out. Because whatever you're doing now lays down the foundation for that. Yep. So you will find out here with the Tower. It will be revealed to you just exactly what kind of role you're supposed to be playing here. Okay? And so even if you don't know what needs to be aligned, or maybe it has aligned now. Shit, yeah. It's already aligned. Nice. And for some of you, it could be family, marriage, that is a part of, it plays a part in the person's purpose as well. If there's purpose in that union, which there should be. So that still applies. So of course, this is always going to be about your own personal joy and contentment. It's just whatever makes you feel good. And so if this involves clearing, canceling, releasing any type of energy, make sure you do that. Make sure you pay attention to the signs and reminders of what you have to come. Also, there may be signs and reminders right now of what you need to clear, cancel, and release. And so always embrace the opportunity for change. If right now is an opportunity for clear, cancel, release, this is a reminder. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever's going to make you happy. This feels very in the moment, Yeah, very in a moment. Whatever energy you feel like you want to clear, cancel, or release. Your signs, the signs and reminders are showing you now, and that's weighing the options, okay? So you do what you gotta do, yeah. Take whatever action you feel like taking, pretty much. Especially if it already, if it's something that's already ran its course. All right. All right. Hey, honey. My little pancake. What's up? All right. Any questions? Holla at Shay.
Or is it just projection? We do a lot of shit. I done learned some lessons. Baby, you a blessing. Can't wait to see your face. I could
Pancake. Chill out for a minute. Chill out for a minute, Pancake. All right? Vibe with me for a sec, baby.
you come. I've been walking on faith, and they say, trust the journey is coming. You had your moment in a moment. I hear it all the time. I'm just here looking for a sign from the skies. Level 11, true love, level 11. Twin flames, level 11. Soulmates, level 11. It seems when you know you're in alignment. What you looking for, you finna find it. Been manifesting you for quite some time, and to find love gotta be a perfect time. And they say, trust the journey is coming. You had your moment and moment. I hear it all the time. I'm just here looking for a sign from the skies. Level 11. True love, level 11. Twin flames, level 11. Soulmates, level 11. Trust the journey. True love, you had your moment and your moment. Twin flames, level 11. Here we are, soulmates. Level 11. True love, level 11. Twin flames, level 11. Soulmates, level 11. Level 11. True love, level 11. Twin flames, level 11. Soulmates, level 11.
Shay, you should have a fucking headache right now. You should have a grade A fucking headache right now. The way I was getting at your ass. Pancake, are you still here? Otherwise, I'm gonna keep it pushing. Okay. Now, first of all, I had to go back up to the realms a little bit. First of all, sweetheart, deleting yourself is a waste of time. And it's a cry for help. So we're going to do this. Okay? Because you're even strong enough to get on here and do what you're doing. Let's just start there. So that deserves our shade. All right? Second of all, always keep in mind, first thing, that this is nothing but the great illusion. And you're very strong because you got through one hump. But you want something very specific, and I just spoke about being careful with what you wish for. And so it comes with some challenges. It just does. Earth is a school. So some of these lessons and tests are harder than others. But if you chose to delete yourself, it would be the exact same thing as dropping out of school. Here in the public school system, it's the same thing. And what usually happens is, as they say, you get nowhere in life after that, right? Well, you managed to find a way through life. They got GED. There's shit that you can do to recover later. Similar, because once you go, And you stand there and look at what the fuck you did. And everything that led up to that. And the council looks at your ass and say, all right, get your ass back out there and do it again, because that's what's going to happen. And so you'll be placed in the same position that's making you feel that same fucking pressure right now. And then you have a choice then to hopefully do something different. So don't go through all of that. Let's just talk about what's going on right now. What's going on? Because you did what you had to do on the family front. And then you check back in, because you pop in and out. But Shay usually, and I be in the zone, but Shay usually tells me off camera. And I remember you coming in about work. You was doing your thing there. Said you was doing good with the no contact with your mom. And pretty much you have to separate from all of them as long as they're still associated with her. So, what's going on now? Because whatever it is for a reason. If you're still here. Okay. You're about to be homeless. You have applied to over 30 jobs and literally have interviews in the next 5 days. But you're about to be homeless. Okay, so when do you have to be out of your place? Eight interviews in the next 5 days. One of them got to stick. And when they do, that's going to be the key. But no one wants you. You feel like you're trying everything. What you mean no one wants you? No one wants you. Oh. You staying with somebody. Everyone says, oh, you're lazy, just apply, but you're working a full-time job, applying, going to interviews, you don't know what to do. Who are you living with? Who are you living with, honey? Because the biggest red flag is everyone says. That's a big red flag. Who are you around, sweetheart? Who are you around? Alone currently. So who's everybody? Who's everyone? Who has enough time to weigh in to the point where you want to eliminate yourself? Who has that much of a fucking opinion? Everyone you try to ask for help. Okay. Those are the wrong people. Is you, so the place that you're in now, that's the place that you have to leave. You feel so alone. Okay. You're not though. You wouldn't have had me to talk to. You have to be out of the place you're in right now. You're tired of just barely keeping your head above water. You have been for 10 years and you're tired of fighting. You just want to be done with it all. What's happening is you're being pushed to do something that's going to get you out of the situation that you're in, but either you're not listening or you know what it is and then you're too afraid to do it. You may have an entrepreneur inside of you. There's something they want you to do, and you haven't been listening, and so they're pushing you to your breaking point, or else you wouldn't be facing me right now. You need me to tell you there's something they want you to do. You won't have rent in a month, honey. You will, if they do what they telling you to do, and it could happen pretty fast. What as the card said when it came out, what is your soul calling you to do? If it wasn't going from job to job, which puts the focus on just trying to survive, what is it that you would be doing? What do you feel called to do for real? Hey, Lisa. Y'all can't let this illusion break you. There's always a test behind this stuff. And if you put yourself in a position to be attacked, then that's just how it's gonna feel. I have programmed myself to just be honored to get hit with a challenge, because then I'm like, oh shit. Because if this is already written, that means I already figured my way the fuck up out of this. So where do I begin? Where do I begin? You want to do art full time. Look at this, right? Make chainmail, make art, and serve and better my community. Fight for communities whose voice. Listen, listen. Yes, you can. Stop. Listen. I feel like this is one thing that I can be transparent about. Pancake, do you realize I don't have no fucking job outside of this? Do you realize that? Nobody hands me shit. Nobody tells me when to do nothing. So whatever avenues I've created for myself, I have to get myself, I and my team have to get in front of this shit and handle it. Because every month there is needs to be met. And not only just for business purposes, but personal as well. Because as a boss, I want to make sure my people are good in their personal lives too. So it can be done. And so what you would do is, first, cancel out any piece of advice you got and only listen to mine. Let's just do that right there. Let's just do that. Let's just clear the energy of that. What you need to do is shift your mindset. And so now after you've canceled out all these voices of bad advice, you go to work thinking, okay, this is just helping me do A, B, and C. I want to focus on A, B, and C. Now, I would maybe try and look at, maybe try and see what happens with these 8 jobs that you said you have coming up. If you land one of those and the pay is bigger than what you have in your place, then perhaps you could make rent. Perhaps you could talk to somebody and say, I'm in transition of jobs. You know what I'm saying? Can I pay you the rent at this time, that time? I believe spirit will move for you on that. But what you got to do is make sure the time that you do have outside of work, you put it into your art. And don't think about being perfect. Just start wherever and maybe put a piece out there for sale. You got Etsy, you got Shopify, you got get an Instagram account and post that shit and post up the price. And then make sure you start managing your money and you'll be able to do rent. It's pretty much going to turn into your art being your full-time, and whatever you need to help you until you could do that full-time is going to be moonlighting. All right, I know it sounds like a lot. Hold on. Yo, Lisa, get out of here, yo. Where? You must have saw me say that and you think I can really do that shit. We'll talk. Well, yeah, okay, hold on. Stay right there, Lisa. Stay right there. Stay right there, Lisa. Stay right there. So, Pancake, you just have to move some things around. You have to shift some things around. And the first thing you have to shift around is those voices of other people. Just get that out the way. And then you have to begin being a lot more hopeful about this. You also may need to work some of your own magic. And that means if you've been good on rent and all that before, you need to talk to somebody and say, listen, I'm transitioning. It's not that I don't have a job. I just, it's got to be a way that you can work that out. Or wherever it leads you to when it comes to that. I feel like you're going to have to end up talking to somebody. But if it's pushing you to do that and it's something that you don't normally do because you know how Scorpios could be, do it. Because I know what it feels like. Trust me. Everything will work out in that way. But then you have to invest some time. You have to believe in yourself, believe in your work, and invest some time. When all I had was a deck of cards, all I could do is, content creating. Everybody's content creating. But what was it for me? Oh, what about my background? Everybody got all these fancy fucking backgrounds, but guess what? No, the content sucks. It's nice to look at, but there's no substance. You know what I'm saying? It's set up real nice, but there's no substance. So I wouldn't even worry about that. If you're really, really passionate about your art, I believe anything you put up, I don't give a fuck if it's the first piece, is going to catch attention. You got to keep on doing that because your energy into that is also currency. So even when you think it's not going to make you money the first day, it's definitely going somewhere. And so when the season for that pops off, that's when they're going to be letting you know you can stop that 9-to-5 shit and fully focus on that. By that time, you'll have a plethora. I wanted to say that. You'll have a plethora of ideas on how to extend or get money off your art. You'll be more passionate. You'll be inspired. You'll be more in love. You'll be a lot of things. But fight for yourself. Just fight for yourself. I don't know where you are. Lisa. Hold on. Your friend who does art convinced you to start a TikTok, but it's very slow going and you have immediate imposter syndrome. You feel like it's never good no matter what I do, especially. Yo, come on. All right, listen. Pancake, you got my email? You know me and Shay do art too. Me and Shay draw and paint too. Me and Shay do digital art. Me and Shay do the same shit. And not once did we say, are we worried about somebody? TikTok is the perfect place for you. Listen, yeah. Go ahead, Shay. Go ahead. Pancake, and you give me your email, Pancake. And follow, yeah. Let's do that. Let's do TikToks. Get all in there with the TikToks. And Pancake, email me some of your work. You don't think paint, but make chainmail, make paper, and do full scrap. That is fire. 'Cause I like multimedia art. So, you know what I'm saying? If send me pictures of your work to my email. The Coach Neff one. No, do the work. Yeah, get all that, Shay, get all that, get all that, get all that. Yeah, Pancake, you done lost your fucking mind. Yeah, get a hook on them. Let's get a hook on them. What the fuck he talking about? This shit easy, trust me. Only voices you need to hear is me and Shay. That's it. That's the fuck it. Jeez. Now, while Shay's doing all that, Lisa girl. So, I want to believe so bad that you didn't like see me say this already on TikTok or here. I want to believe that so bad. But I did indeed speak on that the other day. I did mention that I would do it. I did say that I would do it. But I brought up the prison system and mental health versus, issues with the spirit. Different things. There's so many gifted people in there, but there's a lot going on. But I don't know what my focus would be. But I am very close to the experiences people have in prison. Very, very closely connected. And majority of all the men in my life, except my dad, have been through the prison system. Almost every guy I dated too. And I noticed very special things about them. Spiritual things. And I'm like, why the fuck all these dudes like this keep ending up in prison? You know what I'm saying? Or why the fuck all these dudes like this end up in this particular gang? Like, what is it about? I've been paying attention to that for a long, long time. And I know there's a brotherhood that people want, family, a sense of family. I know some people are looking for a mentor, looking for somebody to just fucking guide them. I know. But some of these guys don't know what to do with themselves on another level. They hear voices, they see shit. You know what I'm saying? The only insight they have is commercials or hearsay, and now they think they crazy. They diagnose themselves. Yeah, I'm schizophrenic. And I'll never get a chance to sit and think, no, maybe nothing's wrong with me. Maybe I have a gift or a skill that I need to sit quietly and figure the fuck out. But jail or prison is where you end up so you can realize it. It's a reset. Because also, majority of the men that I know that have gone to jail or prison, right now, they're doing some amazing shit. Every single one of them are legit entrepreneurs and or educators or something. And I'm not talking about OnlyFans. I'm talking about they in the street. They're community activists. They're fighting for New York City public transit. You know what I'm saying? They're taking up law. I believe there is a way to find yourself before ending up there. There's a sweet spot to catch a motherfucker and say, hey, hold on. There's something special about you. Or there's room for people that been there a few times already. They ain't do nothing that serious. But it's like, why your ass can't act right? Now, something else wrong with you. Why? And they tell you some shit like, well, this is the only place I can get some peace and quiet. Ding, 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 ding. that's somebody I want to talk to. You think this is the only way to get some fucking peace and quiet? All right, what's going on? What goes on when you got to get out of here? What happens? What is life like? What is, you know, who's there? Who's around? Yeah. And then I'll, you know, depending on how that person want to live, I will have relationships and resources. So I would do it. I'm serious. I would do it. And I know just who to talk to if if they're not too bitter towards the system. I know somebody I can talk to, and I know somebody who might want to join me. So we'll see. If you know anybody, you know, a warden, you know, might have to go in there and spend the night. You know, it's all right. I can do it. If I can do that shit in the woods, I can do it in jail, prison. Cause the woods. The woods. No, in the woods, you assed out. Ain't no guards. Just the gods, if they feel like helping your ass. All right, finances. That's a lot. Okay. So some of you are releasing resentment towards money, or you need to, because it could be a friend circle or something like that, people you're around, that is making you feel some type of way about money. So let's just say you get money with somebody, right? And they go and do some dickhead shit, and it's like, really, for that amount of bread? And like, but they don't necessarily do it with you while they around you. Or y'all on the same page when it comes to getting the bread, but you don't know what this motherfucker do on his off time, right? So it's like, this what you do with your bread? You should, like, so now you see multiple things like that happen. People just doing dumb shit. It make you feel some type of, what the fuck am I even going hard for this shit for? And it's like, no. You still live in a capitalistic society. You just need to drop them off and just do some cleaning up. You know what I'm saying? Just lay low for a minute, like it says here, and right, shift your mindset, because now all you could do now is just think about abundance. Think about abundance. You got that type of energy away from you, so you could, you know, you can alchemize. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right. So that must be, again, something that's already done. So now, if a person wants to do it, the answer is yes. Let's just say that. A person, I would say a person is doing it already, to be honest. Somebody also wants to teach. So there could be some teaching going on, but it happens by way of a partnership. So you and this person may go off to teach and motivate. And if that's what you was thinking about doing, then the answer is yes. And if there's any issues around money, that's going to be worked out. Real hard. Lisa, this might be resonating with me, kid. I ain't see this coming. I mean, I just know how it resonates for me, but here we go. Justice, support, and teaching. Again, with speaker on the bottom of the deck. And even this partnership, look, whatever you are being called to do or whatever seat you're in right now, for this collective, it's going to be about bringing fairness and equality to people's lives, bringing happiness, whatever they want. You're bringing that to their lives, okay? And you will be fully supported in doing this. It does involve teaching, yes, and it does involve speaking. Speaking involves teaching, but teaching, sharing, mentoring, whatever, it's here. Infinite abundance is here. All right, so I know for me personally, I mean, I just said I would do it. I didn't necessarily say that I see myself doing it, but I mean, you know, the universe says you be open to what we have in store for you. So, you know, I just have to think about it. I have to think about it. Yeah, so you said money is stuck. Detox. Whoever these heifers are, you go to lunch with or whoever. Oh no, I think I'll just stay by. You sure you don't want to come with us to get some soup or something? No, I think I have toast. That's a hard no. Got my money looking funny. You know, money is stuck. I'm taking a longer break with you bitches than I should. You work remote. Oh, good. Oh, okay. Oh man, so you all right. That's the best place to be. Word. Yeah. So you know what? That's some real shit. Do you have any clients that you would prefer not to work with? Seriously. Where you say, it's just not worth it. Because that's who's holding the money up. And that's what you need to see. Cut ties with them. And then you'll get somebody else and it'll open up again. But one of your clients is a block for you. You're going to know what I'm talking about. Somebody, it seems like they're just not progressing. Somebody, it seems like you got to keep on fucking repeating yourself. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that you may not be realizing, you know, you might be a little bit too coachy. You know what I'm saying? This is when you just might not be able to. You know what I mean? And sometimes we say, oh, well, they paying, but is it worth your energy? You know what I'm saying? If you're drained, you know, when spirit could bring you somebody who could uplift you. The company you work for, the clients are great, very draining, homeless, disabled. Well, you gotta move some shit around. You gotta move some shit around. You do. You should. It's like, is that the only place you could be drama free? Because that's also what could make your money stuck. If you don't love what you do. Your clients are great, which makes it, right, greedy company. That's what it is. It's somewhere. That's what it is. So that means you have to work on leaving, because if it ain't greater, if it ain't like, I don't care if I work here for free, these clients are so great. If it ain't like that, yeah, I see you. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying thank you for being so warm and easy to work with while I've been here, but I got to fucking go. I gotta go. Just don't be, as long as you're not emotionally detached. But it's definitely, it's the company itself. That's not abundant energy. That's why. That's all. That's it. Maybe you need, if what you do is not coaching, right? You a coach outside of that. Maybe you need to go coach full time. Maybe that's what this is telling you. Waiting on some greedy ass company to pay you what you deserve. Yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying? That tells you right there. They ain't how you. Shit. Ugh. That definitely make you feel some type of way about money, but don't even let it. That's dumb. And as soon as you leave, that place is gonna go to shit. How they gonna hold you captive? They got what they got on you? Huh? They got some dirt on you. Because they ain't gonna. That's just way too draining.
Have I my dreams, or is it just projection? Doing a lot of shit. I've learned some lessons. Baby, you a blessing. Can't really see your face. I can feel you coming. I've been walking on faith. They say, trust the journey's coming. You had your moment in a moment. I hear it all the time. I just hear looking for a sign from the skies. Level 11, true love, level 11, twin flames, level 11, soulmates, level 11. See it's when you know you're in alignment. What you looking for, you finna find it. Been manifesting you for quite some time, and to find love gotta be a perfect time. And they say, trust the journey's coming. You had your moment and moment. I hear it all the time. I just hear looking for a sign from the skies. Level 11. True love, level 11. Twin flames, level 11. Soulmates, level 11. Trust the journey. True love, you had your moment and your moment. Twin flames, level 11. Baby, our soulmates. Level 11. True love, level 11. Twin flames, level 11. Soulmates, level 11. Level 11. True love, level 11. Twin flames, level 11. Soulmates, level 11.
Okay. Alright. Last message from the universe. Oh. Okay, they talking already. Alright, well. Things are moving rather quickly. We already know where the chariot is going. So, that's the message so far. Things are moving fast. So, all the drama or chaos that stood in between, or stood in the way is over, is gone. Yeah, so that's why things are picking up so quickly, okay? That's straightforward, all right? Yeah. So all sources asking you to do is just be optimistic. It's not it shouldn't be hard to do right now, but it is definitely depending on the situation you're in. Just go with the flow. Go with how you feel. If how you feel is everything that happened today, you know what I mean? Just don't stop. Don't give up. I think about Pancake when I say that. Because you don't make no announcement like that. You know what I'm saying? That is, you just ask. That's okay. It's better to talk to somebody than take it upon yourself and find out. So good. In those cases, be optimistic even when it feel crazy, because the craziness is over. You know, that might be the fucking breaking point, but that's about as far as it's gonna go. You ain't gonna do nothing, no. That's what Spirit's saying, you ain't gonna do nothing. No, because we're at the end of whatever makes you feel that type of pressure. So there are some things you may still want to work on, of course, but whatever you need to begin to embrace this happily ever after, that part has been done. So, right. Ooh, yes. That part has been done. You know what I'm saying? This is like saying you ain't perfect, but you're perfect for this. So be sure of that. No worries, okay? All right, that's it for me. Thank you guys for joining. See you guys tomorrow. I'm also on Instagram tomorrow for the Mail Collective tomorrow evening, but we'll get to that. All right, thank you for, I said that right, joining, liking, subscribing. Thank you, Shay, for all your hard work. Love you. Thank you to those in the chat, and thank you for your donations, okay? I will see you tomorrow. Take it. Peace.